Dating a pregnant girl, not my baby. M28. I've known her, F23, for years but we just recently started getting close again. She was dating a guy who treated her like crap and I decided to help her get back on her feet. She's had a tough life, lost her parents, brother in jail, dating an abusive guy, and I just wish I could give her the world. We almost dated a couple years ago but I decided to put my effort into someone else. Things did not work out with that person and I regretted not choosing her. Now that she's single and we spend a lot of time together, I think my feelings for her are getting stronger and stronger. She's 7 months pregnant. She hasn't seen the dad in months and doesn't want him to be involved in the baby's life. I would love to be there for her and be her partner through this. I want her to finally be happy and I want to do whatever I can to help her get there. I want to show her and the baby what real love is. Is that stupid of me? Would this be a bad idea? Advice appreciated. ETA. So many comments. Thank you for the supportive ones. I'm sorry if I seem to not be listening to the other comments. I really am, but obviously this is something I'm very passionate about and it will take some convincing for me to change my mind or the way I feel about her. I still appreciate your input. Also, the dad will nay relinquishing his rights. I posted this to see if it would be stupid to officially pursue this relationship and I think I will. Obviously it's up to her whether she feels the same way and is willing to give this a chance. We'll talk to her and update you. Another ETA. We spend a lot of time together, we kiss and cuddle. I hold her hand when she needs me to, go with her to her appointments. We do couple stuff, we're just not official yet and part of it is because I haven't told her exactly how I feel about her. Babies are a shitload of work. Your relationship with her will get put on the back burner while you both care for this kid. You might not have sex for months on end. You will definitely not get good sleep for months on end. If you're ready for it, then I applaud you. She and that baby will be lucky to have you in their lives. I know other couples who have done this and are still together 40 years later, so it can definitely work. Best of luck. IDK if it's good or bad to be honest, but you need to be prepared for literally anything to happen. You're inserting yourself into a lot of drama here. This does not sound like the best time for her to be starting a relationship. She needs to process and recover her split and prepare for the baby. She is going to have a lot of emotions and responsibilities and probably even more drama with the biological father to get through. Wait. Be her friend. Let the dust settle and for her to navigate into her new world as mother. In the future, if the timing is right, you can see if your paths cross for a relationship. But starting one with her now does not seem like a wise idea. I honestly think this is a bad idea. I feel like you're coming in trying to be the hero. What is the actual relationship with the baby's father? Is there any expectation at all that he may come back into their lives? How long has she been out of contact? Is she truly over him? Down tremendous tears of joy. Are you even officially boyfriend and girlfriend or is this just a one-sided crush situation? It's hard to tell from your post. It sounds like you've already made up your mind. People are commenting advice and you're saying, yes, but if you want to be with this girl, even though there will be a large number of people saying it's a bad idea, then just be with her. Your life, your decision. Personally, I would say it's a bad idea, because the effort output will always be more from your side than hers. She won't be able to fully reciprocate your 100% because she has a whole other human to take care of. Just think about that for a second, but I wish you the best of luck with your decisions, mate. Truly bad idea. I am sorry, man. I think you're romanticizing this situation too much. Are you financially ready to provide for a child that's not yours? Do you love this woman? What I mean by love is, do you genuinely see her as a lifelong partner and ready to take her good and bad habits? You are about to embark on a journey that may be truly rewarding or end horribly. She also is not in the right mental state and is going through a lot of trauma. Are you ready to deal with the negatives that come from that? I am seeing comments that you knew this person for 5 months. I am sorry, dude, but you don't really know if you're compatible with someone in 5 months. Let alone take care of someone else's child. You really need to sit with this and truly think what you are about to do. I feel that you are jumping too quick on this responsibility. The baby daddy might want to be part of the baby life sometimes in the future. She might just be with you because she sees someone that she can count on. Be careful, you might end up getting hurts. Put a shield around your heart because you are a good person. Cheating X, 28F. Texted me, 29M, 6 months after breakup. What should I do? Last year I discovered that my then-girlfriend of 1 year was using Tinder, and has cheated on me. We lived together ATM. Here is how the breakup happened. I confronted her in person. She kept lying to my face, until I just threw apartment keys at her and walked away. She then texted me with angry messages, calling me names and denying it. Later she acknowledged the cheating, but said that that guy meant nothing to her, and I am the jerk for fucking up the relationship. Later she came up with half-ass half-apology for lying, said that she is in the wrong, but still tried to gaslight me that I overreacted and got the whole thing completely wrong. During these interactions I tried to act cold, tried not to show emotions, did not raise my voice, did not call her names, etc. But deep down I was exploding. And all these time I felt that all these words were left unsaid. She cheated on me and tried to guilt-trip me in a very ugly fashion. And I really feel like I haven't stood up for myself. Now she's texting me. I haven't even opened the message, only saw it on preview. She's trying to look friendly. Added smileys and stuff. I really want to tell her a lot of bad words to her. All that shit that have been boiling inside of me all this time. I wrote it out in a text file, and it is a bunch of spiteful sentences, and it looks pathetic as I re-read it, since someone would put so much energy into that text. I know it's coming from the bad place, but I feel like I was hurt really bad and I bottled up my response. And now is my chance to lash it all out on her. If I won't do it, I feel like it'll keep on boiling inside of me. Is it even worth it to be the bigger man in this case? I am very confused now. I'd love to hear some thoughts about what should I do. Update. Wow. Thanks for all the support and advices. I really needed someone with a cold mind to give me an outside opinion. It means a lot to me, even though you are the strangers from the internet. I did not open the message from X, and an hour later she texted me again. She tried to blame me again, lol. It goes something like this. I must have been too naive to think that we are not enemies, and that you would respond. Don't bother blocking me here. I'll never text you again. Some context. I blocked her everywhere soon after breakup. She reached me via this older messenger, which older people use in my country. I use it only to stay in touch with parents and my landlord. I am not opening that message. And I really don't want to see or talk to her. Your comments really helped me to look at it from different angle, and I am happy that I did not reply to her and went to Reddit instead. Lol. It feels good now, like I've had some kind of closure. Hope it will last. Anyway, I'll be fine. Best thing to do is to ignore her and don't even give her the satisfaction that she can make you emotional. She is in your past, let her stay there. Answering her in any kind of way will surely give her satisfaction. In some cases, ignorance is the best. Delete them and block her. That's it. Don't even think about it. If you need to, hand your phone to a friend to do it for you. The worst you can do to her is to just ghost. She will take any message as attention to her. The bitch blamed you for fucking up the relationship, but not her cheating. Leave it on read. That'll be more damaging than anything. Do nothing. Keep living your life. I'd open the message so she knows you've read it and then delete it and block her. Sounds petty, but she needs to understand that she has no control over you or how you react. She can be as nice as she wants now. Doesn't change that she cheated, and in the worst way by using a dating app. She lied and was gaslighting you, manipulative and not even remorseful. Keep that unsent text to yourself. She doesn't deserve to know how you feel. Here are a couple of useful links. Follow the instructions, then enjoy the rest of your life. My 22F wife cheated on me, 24M, and I don't know what to do. We've been married for 3 years, dated 2 years before that. We have one daughter who is almost 2. About 5 months ago, after her friends told her to, my wife told me she had cheated on me with an ex. After lots of talking and crying we worked it out, or so I thought. Edit. They told her to tell me about her cheating, they didn't tell her to cheat. Fast forward to late December, I found a number on her phone that had a weird contact name of. I saw that it was blocked. I wrote down the number and didn't say anything, in case it was just a telemarketer or something. A couple days later we got into a small argument about something unrelated, and I brought up the number and asked her who it was. She wouldn't tell me and said over and over, it doesn't matter. I called the number and it was a guy. I hung up. Things didn't get resolved at this point. The next day after a lot of talking and arguing she finally said, you know who it is. And I asked if it was her ex. It was. I was obviously very pissed and she apologized and everything, but in the back of my mind I'm thinking that I'm definitely going to leave her, but I have just been putting it all off and trying to just get through everyday life. Then we get to last weekend. We were out bowling with some friends and some number texts me saying, puss, and other hateful things. She immediately tenses up and tells me I should just block the number, and she doesn't know who it is and blah blah blah. When we got home I figured out how to look at call, text history with my service provider, and lo and behold she has been talking and texting him since July. Sometimes for hours. She didn't work at the time, and just about every day when I left she would call him. She goes back and forth between apologizing and blaming it on me for not being romantic enough or showing her enough attention. She ended up staying at her mom's for 3 days with our daughter, but we are now in the same house but in different rooms. Our daughter wasn't doing very good at her mom's. It's just been a wild time and I don't know what to do. I'm stressed to the max and not in a good place at all. To top everything off, she's also 9 weeks pregnant now, 99% sure it's mine, but with all the lying, who knows? And her car just broke down, so we are having to carpool to work. I know I can't stay with someone who I can't trust, but I've never been through anything like this, so if anyone has any advice or kind words it would be very much appreciated. Well, I would for sure let her know you don't intend to stay in the marriage so she can make a decision on the pregnancy. Also advise, because she's a cheater, you will not allow your name to be on the birth certificate until a paternity test is done. Then get an attorney and file for divorce. You'll have to wait until the baby is born for it to finalize, but then you have grounds for you to not be automatically declared the father, as is the case in most states, as the husband. I'm really sorry for what you're going through, it's such a difficult situation. She doesn't seem ready for a committed relationship. Such a shame when you have a small kid and another one on the way, for which you should ask a paternity test. Divorcing when your kids are small is difficult but doable. I divorced my ex-husband when my son was 3. My son didn't understand what it meant and I don't think it had massive repercussions on him. He sees both of us regularly and he's a happy boy, now almost 6. Personally, I would leave. There's not resolving such situations. All the people I know that tried to work it out eventually found the partner cheating again. You deserve better. Stay strong and good luck. Bro, she is openly cheating, you have the proofs. Divorce her, send her back to her mother's. Don't keep her in your life. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Get a paternity test for your kid and another for the new one when it is born. Go see a lawyer ASAP. They will tell you what you need to do next. Good luck, friend. Her ex from when she was a junior in high school. 19 Yo, marriages and infidelity, name a more iconic duo. You're 24, dude. Never should have gotten married that early, but hey, you're still super young and have so much ahead of you to look forward to. Move on. Get a paternity test. And you need a lawyer like yesterday. Make a parenting test. Is your daughter actually your daughter? Your wife is a clinical. She is cheating without remorse. You are maybe baby trapped. Just to make sure. Make a test. You are so young, just divorce and move on. You got your whole life ahead of you. My partner, 28M, got blackout drunk and tried to sleep with my 26F best friend. Throwaway for anonymity. Warning: long background. We have been together for 3 years, and we have discussed marriage. We were planning on moving in together. We have had smaller arguments or issues prior to this, but nothing even close to this scale. Hence my desire to get non-biased advice. Issue: my partner, myself, my best friend and her partner went out drinking. My partner got the most intoxicated, not an issue, just included for context. He tends to get clingy while that messed up, and I was basically sober, so I wanted space. He followed me into the bathroom, and I snapped at him to leave me alone. I closed the door in his face, and I heard him call me a B-word. I took a shower. When I got out, our friends had left, so I went to bed. The next day my friend wanted to talk to me. Apparently, he had followed them out to their car and proceeded to tell her things like, "You can't dress that cute, only my partner can," and, "I want to F you." They were obviously like TF and left. I felt extremely confused and hurt because this is the first time anything like this has ever happened. It is very, very abnormal for him. I confronted him. He claims he cannot remember anything, but he did take responsibility for it. We end up meeting the next day to talk. At that time my theory consisted of his declining mental health. I thought maybe he was trying to ruin his life because he felt he didn't deserve it. We cried a lot. He apologized. I felt better. More recently, the 4 of us had a conversation about the incident. Immediately, he jumps into apologizing and explaining how he's in a really bad place. Our friends ask some questions. Then ask me how I'm feeling. This triggers an anxiety attack for me. I end up having to step outside with my friend to cry and compose myself. At the time I felt like I just needed time to build trust with him again. That night he was extremely sad and I consoled him and reassured him that he's a good person and I love him. My friend and her partner did not feel great about the conversation. She pointed out that his response to her cue, "Would you actually sleep with someone else if they said yes?" was that a coworker tried to sleep with him recently but he said no, he has a GF, so no, he would never. I didn't know about that coworker incident until that moment. Which, in hindsight, does hurt my feelings because I always make sure to tell him when I get hit on. Another point she made was that he really framed himself as the victim. He was very sad and talked about how horrible his actions were, but failed to fully recognize that we were the ones hurt by his actions. Finally, the fact that I had an anxiety attack when asked how I'm feeling. She was concerned that he hadn't been checking on me. I hadn't considered that until she brought it up. It does seem kinda sad. I really wanted everything to work out, so I don't think I considered these factors in the moment. Now I feel very confused and conflicted. I just don't know if this relationship can work. Any advice or insight on how to move forward would be greatly appreciated. Too long did not read. Partner claims drunken attempt to sleeps with friend is due to declining mental health, unsure of how to proceed or what to believe. Once I started refusing to accept shitty behavior from people, my life has greatly improved. He followed me into the bathroom, and I snapped at him to leave me alone. I closed the door in his face, and I heard him call me a B-word. So he got plastered, started getting frisky, and when you left to get some space, he called you a bitch and hit on your friend in front of her partner? Read you post back again. Have you become desensitized to his behavior? Your boyfriend shows zero contrition. He is not sorry for the impact of his actions, he only cares about how his shitty behavior affects him. He's selfish and you are enabling him to hurt you by taking his words over his actions. Actions speak louder than words. He calls you names, he is emotionally manipulative, making it all about his bad mental health and focusing on how bad his shitty behavior makes him feel. Lying by omission, alcoholism. These are red flags. My ex-husband was the perfect boyfriend for 3 years. After we got engaged, he became emotionally abusive. Eventually, he became violent. Some people are remarkably adept at hiding their true colors for a very long time. It's something to consider. I think your friend is very smart and you should listen to her. Doesn't sound like it can work. You'll find that out sooner or later. I agree that his reason not to sleep with his coworker, just because he has a GF, is not a good one. What happens if he is, you are away on a business trip in the future and he goes out drinking? Can you trust nothing will happen? You want a man who can control himself. Especially when it comes to making advances on women when he's intoxicated. That's not a huge ask. That's just decent respect for a partner. I'm sorry. He doesn't sound like he has that skill yet. He's almost 30. So that would be a no for me. You say it's the first time this has happened, but have you considered that it's just the first time the girl told you? You don't know about the coworker and wouldn't have known about this if your friend hadn't told you. It was enough when he called you a bitch after being told not to follow you into the bathroom. Seems like you're incredibly scared to face your feelings or this situation. You panicked when asked to look directly at the situation. Maybe you've been doing that all along.